When Norman Vincent Peale wrote his book on positive thinking, he made some groundbreaking revelations. People couldn't receive it because they've spent so long thinking in other ways that this is just too different. Positive thinking is just too much. Now, I remember many years ago teaching courses on basic IT skills. A lot of the people who came to these courses were either unemployed, retired, recently made redundant, recently lost their job. So there wasn't a lot of motivation and inspiration in the air. To make it even worse, some of the people were on the course because they had to be there. They were told to be there, or they would no longer receive assistance from the government, as in financial assistance. So teaching these people was often a challenge for me because there was no reason for them to be there. I remember there was a gentleman who came over to me and said, look, I don't really want to be here. And this was the beginning of the course. I don't really want to be here, so if you don't mind, I'm just going to sit here reading my newspaper. You go on, teach the course. And I said to him, okay, that's fine with me. After all, it's your life, your chance to get something that may help you. So if you don't want to take it, don't take it. And I walked away from him. Now he came over to me and said, well, wait a minute, you can't talk to me like that. You can't say that. You should try to make me listen. I asked him why. Why should I try to make you? Why would I want to make you do anything that you don't want to make yourself do? He immediately said, that's positive thinking, and I don't do that. When you've had so much go wrong in your life like I have, and then lost your job, the only thing that was going right, why am I going to think positively? Now, even then, I knew the simple reason for thinking positively is because it feels good. It's not just about what's going to happen after. It's what's happening now. It feels good to think positive. Simple and straight. I told him that and he just kept quiet. He didn't want to deal with me anymore. He knew that he wasn't going to win the argument. Now, I wasn't trying to win the argument either. It wasn't even an argument to me. I just wanted to start and deliver my training. But I noticed how he was in a position where all he knew was his thinking. Why? Because that's what he'd been doing for a number of years. Many years, more than 10 years. So that was who he was. For him to make a change, it would have to be exactly that. He would have to choose and make the change. Now, many years later, delivering training again, but this training was on managing yourself and being assertive. Now, many people look at those things and think I can act it out or I can become it, but it's going to take a lot of energy from you to do that. Now, positively speaking, it's something you should say, I don't want to be that way, so I'm not going to be that way. I will just do my job. Forget about being assertive. Why should I want to be assertive when it's not me? You need to realize that there are some things that have some good bits in them, and you don't have to take it all. So you don't have to become this person who all of a sudden tells everybody what to do and you stand your ground. You just need to know that when you have something to say, you should calmly, humbly speak. Now, these kind of things can make you think, well, it's about motivation. So what if I'm not motivated to speak? Now, that's why I say always motivated, but not always feeling good. And this is because you're always motivated to do something, whether it's do something good or whether it's motivated to not do anything because you don't want to. And you will keep that motivation going. I don't want to, so I won't do anything. Not today. Not today. Not tomorrow either, because I don't want to do anything. You will keep it going. On the flip side, you could be saying, no, I'm going to do that today. I'm going to do that right now. And I'm going to write a plan of what I'm going to do tomorrow. And I'm going to stick to it. It's just a choice. But your motivation is always powering you in one way or another. But it's not always powering you to feel good. What can you do about that? Well, a lady on the bus said to me once, "Oh, are you aware of how wonderful the day is today?" And it's just the way she said it. I thought she's used that word aware. It made me look out the window and just start to notice things like the trees moving slowly, the sun shining, the sky so blue. And I turned back to her and said, now I am. But I wasn't before. But now, thanks to you, I took a good look at it. And yes, I'm so aware of how wonderful a day it is. She just smiled at me and we kept on our journey. Didn't say another word because nothing else needed to be said. Our motivation had changed. And the reason why I say our motivation, her motivation was already in a good place. She was sending out those good vibrations. Abraham Hicks says your vibrations are always sending out something. So you're either sending out resistance or you're sending out acceptance and openness to receive good things. Now, that lady was already there, and what I did by appreciating that was lift her a little bit higher. And at the same time, I got to lift myself higher, where my vibrations were simple and complete, gratefully satisfied in the moment of it being a good day. This is what motivation can do, and it's strange to me sometimes how simple it can be. Your motivation is always ticking. It's always ticking like the air you breathe, but it's not always doing something to make you feel good. The only way you can get around that is by being aware of how you feel. It comes down to how you feel. If you are more aware of your feelings, you'll be more aware of what you're actually manifesting now within your own self. Let's just step aside from looking at the physical things for a moment. Let's not try to say the law of attraction is going to make that happen. Let's just let that be whatever that is. But it is good. But even better, what you think and feel is becoming how you think and feel right now. If it's giving you a good feeling, keep it. But if it's not giving you a good feeling, please let go of it soon, because the longer you keep it, the more it becomes part of you. And remember that always motivating yourself, but not always feeling good. You will motivate yourself to keep doing what you think and believe, and you will keep to it honorably until your mind says, wait a minute, this isn't making us feel good. Should we keep doing this? If you've been doing it longer, it's harder to change, but you can change. So remember to always be aware of what it is you're feeling, and then life will get better. It has to.